Have you noticed something strange in our education system? We spent 16 long years trying to figure out what is trigonometry, algebra, and some sort of chemical reactions, and yet nobody has ever taught you how to deal with failure, how to deal with rejection, how to deal with social embarrassment. What are we as a society, as a system, learning for a long term success? So, today I genuinely want to talk about something that predicts long term success. Not just education, luck, or talent, but something that predicts long term success. Hi, I'm Bhagavathi Shree. I'm a psychologist. One of the most common patterns I see in therapy is not just trauma or personality disorders, it's something more quieter. People were never taught how to fail. They were taught how to succeed in life, how to get good marks, how to make their parents proud. But the moment life did not go on how they planned it to go, they were destroyed. See, when you talk about the problem with our education system, since childhood, the reward system only rewards the one who wins. Good marks, gold medalist, top performer. Once they fail, they're told to work harder. But nobody ever teaches the psychological skill or strength to process this complete stages of failure. And that's dangerous. Because in real life, failure is not just an expectation, it's a default setting of growth. When we talk about the psychological truths of success, I should mention Carol Dweck, one of the most fascinating psychologists with amazing results. Her results showed children who were praised for being smart were afraid of challenges, and children who are praised for their effort and learning were resilient. Because failure stopped meaning I am not good enough. Instead, it meant I am still learning. That small shift changes everything. What happens when you're not a failure literate? When people are not failure literate, they start developing these patterns like procrastination, perfectionism, exam anxiety, fear of trying new things, and burnout, fatigue, and whatnot. Because failure becomes threat to their identity. Instead of thinking, I failed at this task, they start thinking, I'm a failure. And this feeling starts controlling someone's entire life. Many perfectionists do not love to excel in all the tasks they do. It's rather more terrified of being failure. Perfectionism is not about high standards. It's about emotional survival. If everything is perfect, nobody can criticize you. If nobody criticizes you, you feel safe. But the problem is, perfectionism slowly becomes a prison. You stop experimenting, you stop taking risks, you stop growing. For example, think about a person who's preparing for a competitive exam. And if the person clears the exam, everybody celebrates. But if the person fails, the person who was studying for 10 long hours now feels their life is over. It's not because of the exam, but it's because nobody taught them how to emotionally survive this process of failure. And that's where failure literacy becomes important. Brain science behind learning from failure. When we fail and reflect constructively, something amazing happens in the brain. The brain activates detection systems, particularly in the anterior cingulate cortex. The system literally helps us adjust strategies and improve performance. In simple words, failure is brain's learning accelerator. Without failure, improvements slow down dramatically, which means failure is not the opposite of success. It's the mechanism towards success. The most dangerous belief people carry about failure is, if I fail, will people stop respecting me? But think about the people you admire: scientists, entrepreneurs, achievers, athletes. Their biography is full of failures. The difference is not that they avoided failure, but they understood it. So now, how do we actually build this skill? Step 1. Separate identity from outcome. Instead of saying I failed, say this attempt failed. One attacks your self-worth, the other improves your strategy. Number 2. Conduct a failure audit. After any failure, ask these 3 questions. What worked? What went wrong? And what could you do better the next time? This converts emotional pain into useful data. If you're trying something meaningful, failure is inevitable. The real question is not will I fail? The real question is how will I respond if I fail? If you are a student watching this, please remember your marks measure your performance in one exam. They do not measure your intelligence, character, talent, or future potential. Some of the most capable people in the world had terrible academic record because intelligence and success is far more complex than just grades. The biggest predictor of success is what psychologists called resilience. It's your ability to come back stronger after falling. It's the ability to fall and still stand up again. And resilience is built through one thing: learning how to fail well. Maybe the biggest flaw in our education system is this: we prepare people for success and not for life. Life will test you in ways no exam will. So, there is one skill I wish every school taught, and that would be failure literacy. Because when you understand failure, you stop fearing it. And when you stop fearing it, you live courageous. If this video made you rethink how you see failure, comment below. What was that one failure that taught you something important? And if you want more psychological videos that explain human behavior in real and practical ways, do subscribe to my channel. I am Bhagavathi Shree. See you in my next video.